My bad. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the BTSI Show. I'm your host, Chris Protector. You guys for tuning in. My apologies for the late start. Schedule is the week where we're all getting ready to start our new schedule. And yeah, I'll take a F for it today. Not an L, just an F. So thank you guys for tuning in. Before we get into today's show, do me a favor, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube, follow me on all social medias. Jesus Christ. Links are located in the description. Cash App, $, the BTSI show. Participate, waive all the rights to privacy. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one lucky person, actually, maybe a couple of lucky people will get $100 during the Cash App giveaway. And ladies and gentlemen, today this is another segment of Talking Point Debunk. Now, as you guys saw on the thumbnail, y'all see the Godfather, long live the Godfather, recipes of Kevin Samuels. This segment is inspired by a particular individual on Clubhouse. She be going in on a man, and I'll allow her to go in on the man. Now, has she ever went in on me? Oh, of course not. She knows better. Love you though, my zodiac sister. But she brought up the talking point. Well, not her. Some man brought up the talking point by dog that long, and she made a nice counter. I've been hearing this counter before, but I never cared to look into it because their overall premise is wrong, and I allowed them to be wrong in their overall premise, just because. When it comes to this talking point, get a dog and buy a loan. A lot of people, how can I say this? There is some validity to what he's saying, but at the same time, without without me looking into it, because we're going to do this together as a family, are you truly going to die with your significant other like this was the Notebook or something? No, that's a rarity in of itself. Matter of fact, there is something called dying of a broken heart. You miss somebody so much, you long for them so much that your heart can't take it, and unfortunately, everything just stops working. We've seen that before. I think the closest, the latest one that we saw was the Uvalde shooting. One of the teachers, unfortunately, life got taken away. The Her husband was a police officer of the school. And if I recall correctly, a couple of days later, he died of a broken heart. Like he couldn't handle it or something to that extent. You guys could go fact check that for me if you want to. That's probably as close as to dying with your significant other as it gets. It's dying of a broken heart, depending on the time frame that has gone by. But as far as the point itself, if you get married, you're gonna die with your significant other. Yeah, recipes to the Godfather, but no, that's not necessarily true. Because on the face value, literally, there is no way. There's no way you're taking someone with you on this way out of this lifetime. You're always in some type of way, shape, or form gonna die alone. Now we'll get into context of that later because there's too many people that's taking that a little bit too light, too literal, and they don't want to provide context. So let's do this together. We're gonna do this together, ladies and gentlemen. So you guys know I'm not bullshitting. I wish I had to work. Do I have to Google that? Because I kind of just don't feel like typing. Uh, of course, I took it off my phone because there was no need for it. All right, I guess we gotta type it. I'll just type it in. What's the life expectancy of women that are married? See, ask a question. Let's see what the answer is. Okay, maybe I need to ask a better question. Who lives longer, husband or wife? Because if I recall correctly, the wife outlives the husband, especially when marriage is involved. And actually, where's my manners? I did not acknowledge people that are here. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. MS is in the building. Hey, sweetheart, how you doing? And yes, please hit the like button while you guys are here. Let me see. Oops, what am I doing here? Okay, the life especially an active life, especially by marital status among, and this is coming from a 2020 um, government article, the National Library of Medicine. Let's see if we can find it. Married persons are known to have lower mortality and longer life expectancy than unmarried. We kind of knew that. We estimate a total of active life expectancy by marital status for community dwelling elderly. Didn't know that. Construction multi-state models and large longitude data set allow marital status to change. Married men and women had longer. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Can we get to the numbers, please? Let's see if we can find the. Okay, let's do this one. Married men and married women live on average 2 years longer than the unmarried. This is kind of not answering my question, but I'm looking for it right now. But ladies and gentlemen, just to cut it short, women women tend to um, outlive the husband. Wives tend to outlive the husband. It'll be a rarity when it's the other way around, but and which is another reason why marriage benefits women a lot more than the men. But while I'm still looking for it, and I'm gonna post it later on today, here's how this talking point needs to really be handled. See, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to really think about this, and I'm also keeping track of the time because we got a late start. When it comes to this life that you're going through right now, look where you came from, how far you came, and look where you're at right now. Why would you want to go through your 30s by yourself? No, your 20s by yourself, your 30s by yourself, your 40s by yourself, your 50s by yourself, your 60s by yourself, 70, so on and so forth. Why in God's name do you want to walk around this life by yourself without your companion right there with you? Now, some people are going to say, well, I'm never going to be by myself. I'm going to, I'm gonna have family. I'm gonna have children. Everything's gonna be fine. Okay, let's go there. Let's start with the children. If you had a child without a husband, you statistically you have already set that child up for failure. You drug that child 18 years through trauma. If you want to keep it a buck, so you could throw that kid narrative out. I don't care if you guys are grown or having sex. You can do whatever. There's a child, innocent child involved, and you brought a child into this world when you didn't necessarily have to, and you put that child through unnecessary drama when you didn't have to. And keep in mind, that child didn't ask to be here. You brought him here, and you did that so you wouldn't be by yourself. You could have got married to the man that you want to be with because he wants to be with you. So what are we talking about here? Hey, Melissa. Good morning. Good morning. Oops, okay. So yeah, let's put the kids let's put the kids out the way. Anybody that says I'm not gonna be by myself, I have my children outside of wedlock with some guy that may or may not been around. Yeah, that's a bad narrative because you put that kids through trauma. And quite frankly, why would a child want to be with you when they have their own life to live, a life that didn't that away from you? So why would a child want to be anywhere near you? Salute to Governor Ron. What's going on, brother? Now today, man, we just debunking the narrative of dying alone. Like salute to Kevin Samuels, rest in peace. But here's something that's really weird. That's wrong with that narrative in of itself. Everybody's gonna die alone. Everybody, including me, and I'm happily married. Even I'm gonna die by myself. My wife may die by her self. But the what people need to understand is you cannot go through this life by yourself and think it's gonna be okay. You like if you guys were still, and I know people are not gonna come out and tell the truth. I already know that, but I really want the women to really understand this part. Are you okay? Can you really be honest with yourself and say you're happy with playing Russian roulette and this thing called life? Like the fact of the matter is this: it's already a dangerous game. Can I let's go there. Let's go there. You're putting yourself in danger being single. Man, woman, don't care. You're already putting yourself in danger of being single. That is a dangerous game in this dating market. It's nasty out there. Like literally. How many people statistically got some type of STD? How many of y'all are paying child support to a woman that you don't want to be with, to a child you didn't want? How many of y'all is comfortable walking through this life by yourself, knowing you have no one to watch your back? It's not guaranteed that your family's gonna watch your back. Just because you family, that don't mean shit. I got family too. I don't pick up the phone every time they call. I don't respond to all of their text messages. They can tell you that. So now what? Nothing is going to matter more than that person that says, I don't have to be here, but I want to be here. I chose to be here. I love to be here because I love you. Think about that. You have that person for 10 years. You had that person in your life for 20 years, 30, 40, 50 years. You mean to tell me you're willing to walk around this thing called life by yourself versus holding on to the memory of someone that has your back, that actually made your life a lot easier than it would have been had you been by yourself? Shout out to all the independent women. That's another talking point I'm going to debunk in the coming weeks. Right there, the independent woman talking point. Trust me, we will touch on that. No, let's be real. No independent woman wants to be independent. Oh shit, did I say too much? No independent woman wants to be independent. They don't. For whatever life throws at them, they have no choice but to be independent. And because they've been independent so long, it's hard for them to get comfortable enough to let the walls down and to be interdependent on a significant other. That's why those miserable women, men too, but to a lesser degree. I get on the men as well. But when it comes to the women, there's something bitter about an independent woman. There's something stressful about an independent woman. There's something that's exhausting about an independent woman. You you dedicated yourself to being by yourself, thinking you're doing something because it's a nice hashtag, it's a nice slogan, but not knowing that you're building your walls up to protect a cold, dark heart that no one can access anyway, that nobody wants to begin with. That's why Kevin Samuel says get a dog and buy a loan. Because nobody's gonna love you more than that dog. And quite frankly, dogs are smart enough um, to know an abusive person. And if the opportunity presents itself, that dog may run away and never come back. I'm just being real with you. I'm being honest. Yes, the talking point dying alone in of itself is far fetched, but at the same time, there's something to say when you're having a rough day, you're having that bad day, but that person that wants to be there with you comes into the bedroom, rubs you on your shoulder. He or she ain't gotta say nothing. They'll just bring you to the couch, lie you down on top of them, and just hold you and hug you, just let you know everything's gonna be okay. If an independent woman was to be honest, she'll trade in her job title, money, status, just to have somebody to hold them and hug them and let them know everything is going to be okay. That's why nobody wants to walk through this life by themselves. It's not good for anybody to be by themselves. Sometimes I wonder how would my life turn out if I was by myself. That's a question I don't want to answer. I know, God, either my wife and I is going to go first. One of us is going to go first. But I tell you one thing, we ain't trading a damn. We wouldn't trade that for nothing. We 10 years strong, 6.5 years married. There are people who would kill to be in my position right now. There are people who would kill to be in my wife's position right now. I'm just being real. So this talk point, dying alone, technically, we're all gonna die alone. But also, what you need to realize is nobody wants to walk through this long, stressful life by themselves. If you did, you wouldn't say, I got my kids. If you did, you wouldn't say, I got my family. Why don't you have a significant other that's going to have your back more than everybody I just named? Stop hurting yourself. Stop killing yourself. Do what you got to do to make sure you leverage yourself to get a significant other that's going to love you. What's what I'm looking for? Do right by you. That's going to have your back, or else you really going to have to get a dog and die alone. That's not something you want. Your best memories are with humans, not canines. We love canines. We love dogs here, by the way, but nothing. Uh, there's something that a human can do that a dog can never do. But I'll just leave it at that. I'll let you guys play around with that. But my apologies for the late start. I got to get out of here. And I will, if you guys need, you guys just go look up the numbers, go look at the stats about the mortality rate, how much longer um, married people live than single people, and who's pretty much going to go first, the husband or the wife. Go, guys, go look that up, and we can have a deeper conversation about that another time. But also tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow morning, we're going to do another talking point debunk, but we're introducing a new segment called Bible Word. Clubhouse again. A lot of people are misquoting the Bible, which gets on my nerves. Because of that, I have no choice but to start this segment. We're going to start with Adam and Eve. Who was at fault? We're going to answer that tomorrow morning. I'm tired of you guys taking this Bible out of context. And I'm also tired that people tend to ignore me when I say start taking the Bible out of context and when they get me out of character and when I start to call them on BS. So tomorrow morning, get your Bibles ready. The verse is already located in the description. We are going to see who's really at fault, Adam or Eve, and there's going to be context involved. It just lets you guys know, get the New Century version. You want to do the NIV version, that's fine. You want to do the New American Standard, that's fine. You want to do the King James version, whatever version you want to use, that's perfectly fine. But we're going to do the New Century version because I need people to understand what I'm saying, where I'm coming from. So that way, if anybody tries to bring up this lie again about he's at fault, she's at fault, God's at fault, we're going to put that to rest tomorrow. So you guys tune in tomorrow for that one. And now I got to go get dressed for real, and I got to go to work. Do me a favor on your way out. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube, follow me on all socials. Links are located in the description. $, the BTS shows the cash app, participate, waive all the rights to piracy. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach that goal, one lucky person will get $100 during the cash app giveaway, and really because I may give out a couple of $100, maybe a few $100 during the cash app giveaway. We will find that out once we get to 1,000 subscribers. We are almost there. Oh, and what is today's clip going to be about? Oh, 12 o'clock New Central Standard Time, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last week of the Angry Man clips. Today, we're going to talk about, is it a gender war or relationship war within the Black community? Is it a gender war or relationship war within the Black community? I asked that to Angry Man. He gave me an answer. Come back 12 o'clock New Central Time to see that clip. So let me get out of here, people. They, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Well, actually, I might see you guys later today. Who knows? This is the BTS Show. I'm host Chris J. See y'all later. Peace out.